right, everybody, this is Aaron Breitman from the Scarlet Faithful. Minutes after Rutgers men's basketball defeated UMass-Lowell 73-65. Certainly a close game. I think actually it's good for this team. They really were in control most of the game. They were up, 10, 12 points, a good portion of it. UMass-Lowell never led in the game. And then they made it close at the end, 6 points at some point. There was two minutes to go. But Rutgers held firm, man. They overcame a lot of adversity in this game. Paul Mulcahy, big concern now, leaves the game with a shoulder injury. It looks like he dislocated it. Can't say for sure. I'm sure they're talking about it in the post game, which I'll write about later tonight. He first injured it on Monday, played through it, played on Thursday, had a shoulder sleeve on there. But obviously concerning that he leaves the game very early. We'll see how long he's out. But Derek Simpson stepped up in a huge way, true freshman. I mean, you can't say enough about him. Just the poise he played with. He ran the offense. He showed up when Rutgers needed him to show up. If he didn't play well today, if he crashed and burned, they would have been in trouble. They very well could have lost this game. He had poise, 10 for 10 from the free throw line, 16 points. How many turnovers did he have? Let's see. He had two turnovers for as much as he was handling the ball, 34 minutes. I really can't complain about that. Overall, that was just a huge performance. And then Cliff Omori, doing what we know he can do. 22 points, 15 rebounds, 3 blocks. Had a big-time matchup with Abdul Kareem Koulibaly, who also played well, had 18 points. He used to play for Pitt. He's a big-time player. And Cliff, when Rutgers needed him to be the man, he was the man today. And that's an encouraging sign. Spencer played all right. He had a little bit of an off day, 3 of 9 from the field. Rutgers shot 34%. For the game, I was concerned about that coming into the game. They were really bad from 3. I think 3 of 16. Tired legs. They played Thursday night. So did UMass-Lowell, who ended up kind of finding themselves late in the game, shooting-wise. But I just, Rutgers, it's typical. We thought they would have a tough shooting night, and they did. But 28 of 34 for 82% from the free throw line today. Phenomenal stuff from them, showing that first game was kind of an anomaly. Just looking up how they did from the line. You had Derek Simpson, 10 of 10. Cliff, 6 of 8. Spencer, 8 of 8. Andre Hyatt, 4 of 6, which is actually a bad game for him. But those guys really came through there on the free throw line. And again, if they shot a mediocre, 20 of 34, could have lost this game. So I think what's encouraging about this is that, they were challenged. UMass-Lowell, is a solid mid-major team. They had a 149 KenPom ranking coming in. They were playing with confidence. They were shooting 50% from 3, 60% from the field coming in. They only shot 42% from the field, and they shot 22% from 3. So Rutgers, defensively did a good job there. I think this team, role-wise, they're just falling into place. Cliff is the guy. Mag is very content on just being kind of the workhorse inside. Gutsy player. I love what he's bringing this team. Andre Hyatt, too. Just 2 workman-like guys inside to back Cliff up, which, Rutgers hasn't looked this solid, complimentary inside in a while. I'm just looking at whoever else. Mag did not have a great game, but he had a big, play late in that game. Wolfwork, got some run and did okay. He did foul out of the game. But I thought Hyatt, overall 12 points again. Coming up, he was shot 50% from the field. 2 of 4 from 3. He's just been so much better. Listen, it's we know how last season went when they lost to teams they shouldn't. This certainly could have turned into that. But it never felt like Rutgers was out of control in this game. It just felt like they were going to win. Yes, it was a little bit close at the end, but this team just knows how to play together, and I think Spencer, really keeps them composed. And again, Simpson stepping up in Mulcahy's absence was just absolutely huge. Overall, they didn't run as much today as you would have liked, but they did. They scored 17 points in transition. That's not bad. That's pretty solid. But overall, I thought, turnovers were more than they should have had. Rebounding was pretty even. I think the starters were playing big minutes, and I think they, definitely some fatigue issue there. And now you have 6 days off. We'll find out about McConnell. We'll find out about Mulcahy. But you have Temple now, a team that beat Villanova for the first time in, I think, a decade yesterday. We'll see how good Villanova is, but they do have a lot of guys back. Obviously, Jay Wright is no longer there, but Temple, after losing to Wagner in opening night, who, by the way, Wagner is a solid mid-major team, they beat Villanova last night. So Rutgers is going to face Temple next on a neutral court, Mohegan Sun, next Friday night. I believe it's 5 o'clock tip. But listen, you got through the opening week 3-0. You got 6 days to regroup, hopefully get healthy, get rested. They need to win that game, of course. But overall, the vibe of this team, I just like this team. For some reason, I feel a confidence with this team that I didn't even feel at times last year. And I hate to say that, and there's no disrespect to the players on that team. But this team just has a certain, I don't know, it's a vibe. I can't describe it. I know that's pretty poor. Maybe I'll be able to write about it later tonight, but they're just playing with a purpose that seems like they know who they are. They know how to play together already. And they just seem competent, They don't seem, and again, we have to see it against high major competition. I get it. How will they do with the lights on against a Big Ten team? How are they going to do at Miami? How are they going to do with Seton Hall at the rack with the place, everybody playing with their hair on fire? Are they going to show poise in those situations? Yet to see. Haven't had the opportunity to do that yet. But early returns, very positive. I just think that, from where you could be after week one, they're in a good place. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully, cross your fingers on Mulcahy and McConnell coming back soon. But I think the encouraging part is other players have stepped up. Andre Hyatt, Derek Simpson, Mawat Mag, obviously Cliff is Cliff. And then, Wolfwork's been solid off the bench. And I think, there's a lot to like about this team. So 3-0, take joy in that, and talk to you soon. And follow all my coverage at ScarletFaithful.com. We got big games coming up tonight. Women's soccer and wrestling as well, going against number 12 Arizona State. And I have a full review of football already up. Thanks again.